Okay, so it's been about a week, done a lot of work off camera. It's been just really busy today, a lot going on, so it's been easier just to kind of crack on with the work and then I can update you now. So probably looks about the same as it did last time, if not maybe even less complete. What I've done is boost pipes, at least on this side, are now properly bolted up. I had to order a few different hoses, so that fits a little bit nicer. It's still not perfect, but at least for the moment it should be good enough. I got the knock sensor fitted on this side. You won't be able to see it under the intake manifold, but that was a real headache because of the way one Jubilee was placed. The knock sensor didn't fit, so I had to basically remove the whole kind of that half of the intake manifold to be able to get to that one Jubilee underneath, and big waste of time, but whatever, it is what it is. The battery is now mounted in the boot. Yeah, battery box, not massively exciting, but at least that's another job ticked off the list. And then what I'm currently working on is the throttle pedal, I guess, sensor. That's what you want to call it, but yeah, so that I believe is off some sort of Honda. It's either a Civic or a CRV, but it's basically like a weird crossover point where you still have a throttle cable, but rather than going directly to the throttle body, it goes to that sensor and then use a electronic throttle body. So it basically means I can still use my stock throttle pedal, but have a nice modern electronic throttle body. So that sensor is mounted up. I'm currently just mocking up the cable. So as you can see, cable is at least done for this side. Loops underneath, utilizing the stock hole in the firewall. And then on this side, if you can see, yep, it comes through, fits where it needs to. I just now need to kind of cut it down, remove it, get it on the bench, put the sheathing over it, and then crimp the end on, and then that's another job ticked off the list. Got a few more bits I need to order, like a rad fan that I somehow forgot, so that is on the list. I've also got the expansion tank mocked up. Positioning wise, it's not ideal just because it is obviously lower down than the release valve on the top of the radiator, but functionally it should still be okay. It's really just going to be used as an overflow rather than anything else. That'd be fine. So yeah, I'm going to get back to doing the throttle cable, and then once that's done, or at least on the bench, I will give you another update and show you what I'm doing. So there's a small oil leak. There's meant to be a oil pressure switch sensor there that I didn't put in, so it's just a hole in the block. So there's a nice little puddle. Jake is very happy. He's really enjoying just plugging a hole with his finger.
I swear that looks like a fucking engine mount, wouldn't you? Or an earth point or something, right? Not a fucking oil gallery. Just its location doesn't make sense.
I've put the adapter in for the new oil pressure, or oil I think temp sensor and then pressure sensor in one. Jake's currently over there potting it because it doesn't work in that space with the connector on it. So yeah, I'll get him to explain that afterwards. What I'm doing at the moment is just a bit of a tidy up because it is very messy. As you can see, the lighting loom that I was working on is kind of half in. There's a few bits I still need to tidy up and try and figure out some locations for things like fuse boxes and whatever, so they can actually look nice. But yeah, making a lot of really good progress. The actual engine harness is now in. The connectors need to be put on the end, but that's fine, that's Jake's problem. Today is Monday. Car's booked in for its MOT on Friday, and the Autoalex car show is on Sunday, so plenty of time to get the engine running, the brakes bled, the clutch line made, and the clutch bled. and a cooling system filled and bled, and the intake manifold to be put back on, and the intercooler piping to be finished off, and then seats need to go in, but yeah, minor details, yeah, making good progress. Okay, so it's once again the next day, back working on the Nissan, just testing the fuel line. So as you just saw, put fuel in this car for the first time ever actually. I've owned it for 4 and a bit years, but never filled up with fuel. It literally got dropped off, it driven off the trailer and then driven down the road, parked in the garage, and then that was it. So that's pretty cool. Fuel pumps in, fuel lines for the rear at least are done. What I need to do now is check which line is which, so which is the feed, which is the return. What I've got is, well, I've got fuel lines. So that plastic bottle is plugged into one of the fuel lines. The other one is just aiming there. So don't know which one's gonna do what, but I mean, I guess we'll find out. Just gonna use a power probe and just very quickly pulse the fuel pump, get it to prime, and then it will just dribble a little fuel out the end. Hopefully not too much, but I guess we'll find out. Have we got any fuel? Yes, we do. Okay, so I just got super lucky there that the line I happened to put the bottle on was the one that the fuel came out of. That was the feed line. That's good, less mess to clean up now, and it stinks a little bit less like fuel than it would have. Basically what I need to do is cut those lines down a bit because they don't really look very nice, they're not going to work for what I need. Then I need to find somewhere for my fuel filter, then I need to flare the ends, and then I can put fuel lines on, run the fuel lines up to the rail, and then we're good to go. Okay, so it's nearly 11 o'clock. Still working. I don't actually know if I've even filmed anything of today. I think I filmed a bit of Jake with the wiring. But yeah, just been cracking on trying to get this thing done. The loom is in, throttle body's on, almost everything's bolted up. We're going to do our best to just work until it actually starts and runs tonight, or at least starts, and then we can figure out where we are from there. Kaz is on. I'm just tightening up the bolts for thing on the fuel rail. My brain isn't working. Once I've done that, I can do the return line, which is a piece of piss. Then the lambda sensor needs to go on. I need to hook up that boost pipe again because it's come off for some reason, and then maybe we can try and start it.
It's like midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, you stinky car.
Where did that pop out?
It sounded like the bottom of the intake. Hang on, try.
What's 360 plus 70 or 2430?
360 plus 70.
Yeah, 430.
Okay, so big progress. As you saw last night, the car finally started. Didn't run massively well. Loads of air leaks, but it started, which is a brilliant sign. Just gone and picked up my wheels, which have all been refurbed and look really good. I need to assemble them, which is going to take a little while, but that's fine. I'm going to go on with that now. Okay, so many hours have passed. My wheels are built, fully assembled, and have gone back in the car to clear some space. A seat has magically appeared in the car. Little hey, yep, has appeared to help. He was here yesterday, but too busy, didn't even film whilst he was here. Engine wise, things are happening. Alternator is in, missing part of the bracket because I'm missing so many bits for this car. Harvey managed to make a bracket, so that is brilliant. Actually doesn't look too bad, and is going to function exactly as we need it to, so that's a definite win. Yeah, driver's seat is in, and the seating position is pretty good. It's a mixture of different parts making up the bracket, so it's part of the original seat brackets that these seats came on. They were fitted in this car, but didn't fit well. They were clashing into the doors. It was way too close to the steering wheel for me, so I had to cut the kind of upright bit of the bracket. So if you imagine it's like an L shape, I had to cut this top piece off, so we just have the floor mounting parts. I then got some like universal aluminium kind of seat brackets, and then we got some aluminium plate to put everything together. So definitely not the prettiest, but the main thing is it's safe, and I fit in it, so I can actually drive the car when it hopefully is running and driving later on today, or tonight I should say, because it's already like 10 o'clock. Harv, how are you feeling?
Confident.
Confident?
Yeah.
Wow, that's an emotion I've never felt before.
Yeah, we are going to get this done. It is currently 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it will be done. When it's done, and that will be probably about 5 a.m.
Yep. I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight.
I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight.
I think Jake might just lock us in here and just go home, have a nap for a few hours and come back, and then, yeah. But we're getting there. Definitely getting there. I mean, the place is a bit of a shit tip, which Jake's obviously not massively pleased about, but it's just part of working as quickly as we have to at the moment. But yeah, slowly getting there. We have ordered Domino's, so hopefully that comes soon. I will update you when something exciting happens, or more excitingly, Domino's arrives. Okay, big moment, bleeding the brakes. Jake is in a very happy mood. Is it sucking any fluid?
Looks like your fluid.
Sir!
Few inches later.
Right, okay, so I'm back home. I only got to spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours max at Jake's working on the car. Because obviously I had to go to work this morning. Managed to get 2 out of the 4 tyres fitted. And then had to go pick up or try and get some bits and pieces that we were missing on the way. And yeah, just didn't work out, unfortunately. So I guess, as you can tell, MOT didn't happen. The car had too many bits wrong with it. The biggest being the diff has an oil cooler from factory, and it's got a metal hard line that screws in or threads in to the top of the diff, and it snapped. Don't know how, don't know when. Maybe when installing the diff, maybe, honestly don't know. But yeah, that is snapped. So what's going to happen is when the diff gets hot, it's just going to try and vent the oil to the cooler, and it's just going to then leak oil everywhere, all over the diff and onto the exhaust, which is probably a fire hazard, so not ideal. We also had a massive coolant leak from the turbo fitting said if it was the feed or the return, but one of the fittings just leaking coolant everywhere. So coolant leak, diff kind of oil in it because that would leak. Your indicators aren't wired up, tail lights aren't wired up, bumpers aren't on, number plates aren't on. Exhaust is now off because we had to get to the diff. Okay, really not going well. I mean, it was ambitious to get it done, but yeah, just so many little issues that just take so much time to fix. I think Jake and Harvey and one of our friends Hayden still working on the car at the minute. They've been working on it all day whilst I was stuck at work. So absolutely massive thank you to them. I know it's exciting for all of us to try and get this car done, but obviously, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. I guess anyone who knows or has had experience working with cars will know that this is just what happens sometimes. Projects don't always go to plan, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully next time, in the next video, we're actually going to get the car running, driving, MOT'd on the road. Hopefully still going to get to go to Shedfest, probably in Jake's car, but see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.